First of all, what an amazing win. What did you love the most about the character that you guys showed?
Yeah, look, I think the most pleasing thing is that in this game we didn't win from the front. The first three games we sort of pulled teams out cheaply in the first innings, and from there on in we were in front in the game in those games. In this game they posted 220, not a massive first inning score, but then we were 40 for 4 at one stage, and then lost another early wicket on day 2, and we were 5 down, before 70, and then that partnership from Vernon and Peter Malan. So to have your character tested and to respond like that is the most pleasing, and not only in the first innings, also in the second innings today, where we lost Peter Malan for a first ball duck or whatever the case may be for naught. And then we were three wickets down with more than 100 to go again. And at lunchtime we sat down and said, listen, we need to show some character again. And Avi and Calvarina did exactly that. And credit to the boys for showing that character.
Yeah, you have quite a young team, and the youngsters are actually stepping up. What do you think makes them so powerful and to be able to play like this with that mentality? Do you think it's a mental thing?
Yeah, look at that. Absolutely. I think, everything starts with having conviction in your own ability. I think that's where everything starts. I mean, I've got a bunch of talented players, make no mistake about that. But everything starts with having belief in your own ability. And I think that's quite evident to see when you're watching the guys go about their business, batting or bowling. And yes, they're a young team, and they've not seen many different situations in matches yet, purely because they're young. But every time a different situation comes up, they respond, and that's really encouraging to see.
And how much actual momentum did that Titans win have on you? I mean, obviously to beat the Titans is a massive achievement as well.
I don't really want to talk about the Titans.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the Cobras.
Yeah.
We're not focusing on any other team in the country. Like I say, I'm just focusing on my job and my team, and that's it. We don't worry about anybody else.
And going forward, obviously you had someone like Vernon Philander coming to the side. How much did the guys obviously responded to having him in the side, and they actually build a good team around him.
Vernon is a class act. This is his first game back with the ball, and maybe he wasn't quite up to speed in terms of his rhythm and so on. He still bowled the same old line and length as Vernon, and he's miserly as ever. But then he obviously made a massive contribution with a bat, and he's a world-class cricketer, and perhaps sometimes in the past he doesn't get a lot of credit for his batting. People are throwing out all sorts of names as potential number 7s for South Africa to the World Cup,
Yeah.
but Vernon Philander's name, and that amazes me that a whole lot of names are being mentioned, but the name of Vernon Philander. So, once again, he just proved what a class act he is.
And just one more, Peter Malan, that 153 that he scored. Just your analysis of it and how amazing it actually was. It was amazing to actually see it happen in action.
Yeah, look, I mean, I said to him after the day's play, after the first innings, what a phenomenal innings that is. I don't know, I've only been his coach for 2 years. I don't know how highly it rates in his innings, but for me, I think it must rate in one of his top 3 innings, because that wasn't an easy pitch.
Yeah.
2 people made 100. The next best contribution was about 30, maybe, if that. And then in their first innings or so, Cody Chetty made 70, and the next best contribution was 30 in their innings as well. So that just goes to show that it wasn't an easy pitch at all. And I think the way Peter and Vernon played once again was phenomenal.
Okay, thank you, Ashwell. Good luck.
Okay, you're welcome.